I am a poet, one that just happens to write in a forest. In 2015, I stepped into a very special collection of trees at the Billy Graham Library right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. While there, I did nothing but write, but they were never my words. In my heart, I always believed they were the lyrics from Billy's Forest. Nearly 2 years later, God spoke directly into my heart. He said, dude, come on. You need to write in other collections of trees, mainly your own forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina. You see, in every place that I have written, the spirit of Billy's lyrics vibrate the purpose and plan that God has put into play. I never know what I'm going to write about when I enter any forest, which gives us plenty of time to talk about it in the end. Remember, these aren't my words. These are the lyrics from Billy's Forest. Chapter number 326, July 30th, 2022. Look at those elephant ears. They first arrived in our lay of land maybe 4 summers ago. They were part of the landscape at Community Charter School in Uptown Charlotte. It had been closed, and we were given permission to take whatever plants we needed to give them life elsewhere. Where I put them was in a much shaded place. They didn't grow up. In fact, they kind of looked like weeds with big ears. This morning, I introduced these elephant ears to a brighter spot in the forest. With much love, the plants are welcome to borrow energy from the sun and rain, to grow wild and out of control. Make yourself present in this new home. I don't have a green thumb. Most things around me lose interest in the plan and purpose of why. So, like many weeds, they end up drying and it becomes lost somewhere in history. I'm hoping this beautiful forest embraces their story. Travelers from afar that grew up once in Uptown Charlotte and now in this blessed forest. There are so many plants and other growing things. Welcome to your new home. I love plants. I think plants have an imagination. I think plants love to play with human beings. I think plants love to dance. I think they sing songs in the middle of the night. Plants just have life. And as I overlook this forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina right now, I see all of these trees that we planted in 1997. And they look inside the studio going, so what are you doing? You gonna come out here? And even the deer. Oh, if you could have been in this forest yesterday. There were 5 bucks ranging from 3 points to 8 points. I didn't get that ever in Montana. But when we planted these trees in 1997 in this little forest inside a big city, suddenly nature came. And I can't help but wonder in your own personal life, what are the things that you are planting that serve as an invitation, that bring things to you and you're going, I don't know how this happened. But then psychologically or subliminally, you do. We always bring something to life in the way of sharing new space. These elephant ears were planted near a school that pretty much has died because time was up. It's an old building. It's a historic building, so they're not going to rip it down, but that was no reason to let the plants die. So we replanted them in this forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina. They did not have a good time in their new place. It's almost a year later because this was written on July 30th, 2022, and today's date is March 1st, 2023. The plants became an object in my house where I have a wild dog. And what happened was my little disaster artist broke out of her metal pen, and the first thing that she went after was always the plants. And so we brought them in during the winter months, the elephant ears. And I still have the pot, but it hasn't come up yet. It's March 1st. The elephant ears are waiting to come up, but I'm sure they're beneath that potted soil going, is it safe? Because, man, I was okay at the school. And then you replanted me because you gave me too much shade. And then you brought me in because you wanted to keep me for winter. And that's not really what we're supposed to do. But here you are, human. Do I trust if I kind of peek over the soil? Let's go back to your personal life. The things that you replant. Maybe someone in your family, a friend, thoughts, ideas, ambitions, goals, the things that you want to move forward, and you try to put them in the proper soil, and something like my disaster artist dog steps through the metal doors and takes it out? Do you wait for it to have a rebirth? Or do you look deeper into the soil for newer things to grow? I mean, this forest replenishes itself all the time. It's beautiful. I'm just blessed to have a group of people around this forest that embrace it as much as I do. But what are the things that you're replanting or just basically starting out with? Do you have a green thumb? Do you have a cleared heart? Who are you today? I'm Arrow. These are not my words. These are the lyrics from Billy's Forest.